So my case was a little interesting because I was assigned to two different policy teams in Schatz's office, and that's not a super common practice from what I've heard from other interns and staffers. But I just had multiple interest areas, and I guess the teams both needed a little bit of help and not a dedicated intern. So I was on two policy teams, and they didn't really coordinate with each other at first. And so it was a bit difficult to manage the just workload between the two. But then I set up a running document of my ongoing tasks and shared that with both of the teams. And I was like, hey, this is what I'm working on. And I started talking directly to my LCs and LAs and just saying, like, hey, so I have this project. I just got this. How important is the project you assigned me? Like, is it something you want due by the end of today, or is it like something I can turn in later this week? That sort of thing. And basically just over communicating with them and being like, hey, this is what I'm doing. This is my priorities list. Does that check out with what you had thought or imagined? And then generally it would. And if it didn't, then we fixed it and moved on. And so, yeah, it was a lot at first. And then I was like, okay, getting in the groove.
From when we get off at 6 to before like 9 or 10, just pump out as much as you can, and also take advantage of the weekends as well. Just have 2 whole days just to sacrifice and get as much done as possible to have to worry about it throughout the week, because sleep is very, very, very important.
Yeah, I'd be lying if I said that it wasn't a challenge. It was very much a challenge. It takes a lot. It was hard for me at first to do it, but as I went along, I one of the most valuable skills that I learned was good time management. It's very essential. So basically, what I had to do was I basically did all my schoolwork after I got off work every day, and yeah, it was just like allocating a certain number of hours to schoolwork, and then making sure at the same time that you got enough sleep. That's really essential as well, because if you don't, then that can really burn you out really fast. So that would be one major tip that I would have for any future interns, is to always make sure you get enough sleep. And time management is a must. Absolutely.